Hello, buddhagem. This is a reply to a video you posted over a year ago now. I just stumbled upon it, so thought I would upload this video. Your video is called A Lesson for Anarcho-Capitalists. In it you use the definition for state, which is that the state is a purveyor of force and control, and that it has the monopoly of the legal use of force and violence. I happen to agree with that definition that you used, but throughout this video and other videos of yours that I've seen, you keep confusing capitalism with anarcho-capitalism, and well, by now you should already know the difference between the two, since you've talked so much about it. Till you don't understand those differences, you will keep attacking anarcho-capitalism by pointing at the flaws of state capitalism, which is definitely not the same. In state capitalism, ownership of the means of production are supposed to be private, although that ownership is really just nominal. There's no real ownership or private ownership of them. Then the government creates laws to protect that private property, and then the state enforces those laws. In anarcho-capitalism, there is no legal initiation of force, therefore there can be no state. Okay, then you go on to cite Murray Rothbard when he wrote that a state asserts and usually obtains a coerced monopoly of the provision of defense over a given area. And you claim that since in a free market society one could hire a private defense agency to defend your property, and since they would use violence to provide that service of defense, then they are the state, and that's why you say that anarcho-capitalists are not against the state. To say that private defense agencies and a state are the same, it's just nonsense, since the state can initiate force whenever the people who control it think it's justifiable. A private agency or private company for defense, they can't initiate force. They can only use violence to protect people and property from those who do initiate the force. They don't hold a monopoly of violence, since the owner of the property can always go to them and say, I don't need you anymore, so you're fired, or I don't like the way you are doing your job, so I don't need you anymore. Try doing that with the state, and it doesn't happen that way. I mean, you can't just go to them and say, hey, since I'm not gonna initiate force against anyone, then never mind me, never mind what I'm doing. It doesn't work that way with the state. And that is precisely what Rothbard meant with coerced monopoly. The state uses coercion to impose their arbitrary decisions over the people, even though they don't really own the geographical area those people live in. Whereas there's nothing coercive, there's no coercion when someone voluntarily seeks the service of a company to provide defense for its property against people who initiate violence against it. So I hope by now that you understand the vast difference between private defense and state. If you or anyone else watching this video would like to understand how defense works in a free society or a free market society, I suggest you read The Market for Liberty by Morris and Linda Tannehill. That's Tannehill. It's a great book on the subject, and it could probably help you realize those differences between not only state and private defense, but also capitalism and anarcho-capitalism. So you should give it a try.